Sugar like the creator, what do I want to only? All right, next lesson now for me. Now, before I tell y'all, if y'all stay in tune, we was going to show y'all the paradigm. I did tell y'all we was gonna show y'all what the paradigm is, and I have it drawn out right now. As y'all know, anyone else for me seen the other video that know the basic knowledge of the conscious and subconscious of what I taught on this channel. You feel me? The consciousness is right here. This is the mind of the human. This is the mind, right? The consciousness is right here. This is the front of the head. So I mean, little recap for anyone knows in the front of the head. The subconscious is in the back of the head. You feel me? And you see what the subconscious connects to? The body. The body. Why? Because the subconscious in the back of your head controls your body. Because the subconscious controls your daily habits. It's in control of 95% of your daily patterns, your process. It's like a memory. This is like a supercomputer with emotions, gang. This shit is like a supercomputer with emotions. And what's able to go into the subconscious, let me draw this out here, is stimulation from the outside world. So let me explain to you how y'all thoughts work. Then I'll explain to you what a paradigm is. Then I'll explain to you how to break the paradigm. All right, just real quick on how thoughts work. So how thoughts work, you will get stimulation from the outside world. Say if you see things, never seen before, you're gonna look at it, you're gonna get thoughts because you're confused, you're ignorant, you don't understand what it means. So you're gonna get stimulation from the outside world. That's when the thought pops up. Now your subconscious, you really have a lot of things in your subconscious from like 0 through like 10. The number differs, but it's things that were stuck into you from young, that how you believe the world works, how you believe reality works. You know what I'm saying? Like if you always heard money do the vote, evil, etc., yada yada yada. For me, you will be conditioned a certain way. Okay. Now when you get stimulation from the outside world, you get a thought. This thought is not thinking. That's a thought. That's not you. That thought that you get from the outside world is not connected to you. It's like an automatic process in the subconscious, like information. What do we do? You feel me? It's like information. The thought, the subconscious puts it in the air. What do we do? This is where your conscious comes up. So you'll get that thought. Some people, we were never taught like the difference between like how thoughts are. We're always taught like you would think you get a thought and that's just who you are. No, you decide who you are. So when you get that thought from the outside world, it pops up, processing, pops up, it says, okay, this is the thought, what is it? So for me, now you have your base of whatever you want to do with it. Now your consciousness, now when you interact with that thought, that is thinking. So when you interact with that thought, you can either interact and believe it for what it is, or you can like start to engage with it till you get something that makes sense to you. And what will it do? It will seep into the subconscious. Whatever you believe, whatever you hold dear to you, will seep into your subconscious. So for me, so just like how gravity. If you were 7 and I said when this falls, like if you drop something in the air and it falls like that, that is called gravity. It makes sense to your physical world. You see, okay, it falls, that's gravity. Okay, boom, it will seep into your conscience. You will think this is how reality works. And until you see something that's not like this, and like you see something go the other way, you will not think different. And what do you call that? That's called a paradigm. Paradigm is something you were told in that young age. I'm gonna write it down right here, around 0 through 10. I'm gonna say. That's when you're most receptive to any information you get around 0 through 10. That if you were told something that made much sense to your physical world, or it made sense to you, or it was drilled into you, it creates a paradigm. You think the world is run like that. If I had a baby and I told him rich is evil, never try to get money. Money is money. And every time, like say I showed him money, then I would smack someone or something. For me, like every time I showed him money, say I just smacked his mom or something. Like God, you know what I mean? Just crazy trace there. Say I said evil, smack, evil, smack, evil, smack. That kid's gonna grow up being scared of money. He's gonna think money is literally evil. And if anyone was to have money because of his paradigm, he will assume that person's evil. But if that person's evil, that person could have been taught different ways. That's why judgment is so, it doesn't matter, because all of what we were taught when we were younger. It's all other people's like realities that were passed down from generations onto you now. So if that's that kid's reality, if that kid was raised to think that money's evil, he's not worthy of wealth, he shouldn't have it. If he meets someone that has money, he might think they're automatically evil. And that's what you call a paradigm. It's a base way of thinking of how you were taught, how the world works, how reality works. That's a paradigm. That's what it's called. Okay? And remember, what you believe in your early ages, what you hold true, if you see something in the external world and someone says that's impossible, right? Say if you see a mountain and someone says, oh, you can climb that mountain, and then he said, nah, that's impossible. And that thought comes to your head like, see the mountain, okay, and you think, okay, that's impossible. You know what that does? That limits your thinking. Now I'm gonna bring the water bottle again. Say this is the thought process of a human, right? And then the water bottle, say when you're at your maximum potential, the water can overflow. Judging by your thinking, and like it touches the water bottle at a certain place, the water would never get past it. It's like capping it right here based off your thinking. So if you think that mountain is impossible, you will never even think on a process that will give that mountain be possible because you can't get past here. You now think only at a certain limit. You feel me? You can only think on what's possible, and you don't think so. You don't think that mountain is possible, so you'll only think on here and under. You'll only think on here and under. You won't think above here on a frequency. I don't know if this is good. You feel me? But you won't think on a frequency that will let you hit that mountain. I hope you know what I'm saying. Okay. I mean, you can only think on the frequency that you allow, that your subconscious allows. So if you think something's impossible, you won't even think on a frequency to make it possible. Like those type of thoughts won't even come in your head because you can only think based off your reality. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I want to say two things like save the right brother that made the plane. And most of the world of how it works. If people thought things were impossible, we have been creating our reality since humans have been alive. We've been innovating, creating things. If all the big innovators, the people that Thomas Edison, everyone that has made something, they thought it was impossible to create something from their mind to the world, we would still be in a fucking forest. We will still be in a forest. Okay. Now I did promise y'all I'm showing you how to change the paradigm. That's what I'm gonna do today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, feel me? I'm gonna show y'all the vibe. Feel me? Now the way to change the paradigm, right, is first you have to be accepted. You have to be accepted to change. Now changing your paradigm is gonna be hard because if you were designed to think a certain way, you gotta understand that it's like your program's outdated and you gotta redo your program. You gotta update it. You know what I'm saying? And your program's very stubborn. You feel me? Because your program been running like this all this time and it doesn't want to do an update. Like the update takes hours. Like imagine you haven't updated your computer in mad long. Now you want to update your computer. This is how you're gonna change the paradigm. It's like updating a computer that had never been updated in years. You feel what I'm saying? Now imagine how long that update would be. The way you're gonna change that computer is you're gonna have to make the conscious effort to start telling yourself what you want. If you want to create your own reality, you must tell yourself, feel me, even if you were taught that money is root of all evil, money doesn't grow on trees, you're not meant to be wealthy, people like us will never get wealthy, whatever you were told, you need to tell yourself when you have those thoughts that pop in your head and whatever pops in your head that agree with those thoughts, you have to always make the conscious decision to say, I don't agree with that, I reject that idea, and then tell yourself, I can be wealthy, I can attract wealth, I can obtain everything I'm after. You must do positive affirmations on a regular with everything. It takes a process. You have to continue. You have to become a way of living. It doesn't happen overnight. You must make the content and say, I want to change. Understand, and if you don't believe anything I'm saying, you might look up the video because you're not gonna. If you don't believe what I'm saying, it will never work. If you want to stay in how you were taught and how whatever, like me, whether your mom or dad, whoever raised you, if you want to believe, see the world through their lens and not your own, then that's you. But understand you're seeing the world through a lens of someone that's in the lens that was taught to see the world through a certain lens. And this was years on back. So if you want to create your reality, it's the new gen. So you have to first believe you can create your own reality. And now that you believe you can create your own reality, okay, we go to the next step. You're going to start telling yourself, like I said before, that anything that pops in your head, you must have a clear goal in mind and tell yourself you are capable of hitting that goal. Tell yourself no matter what, you know you can create your own reality. And if you live your life going and genuine, and your life is built yourself. You're trying to clear repel what's not. You don't got to do exactly mine. That's what I tell myself. And whatever I go through, I literally tell myself like what I'm gonna do, and like I've already done it. You have to move like you've already done it. You know what I'm saying? So to rewrite your paradigm, it's through repetition. I'm sorry, I was thinking a lot. You're trying to build it. It's through repetition. You gotta repeat, and make conscious like a battle versus yourself every day. Understand that to go against your paradigm, it's going to be a journey. It's not going to be a one-night thing. To rewrite the paradigm, you're going to have to go against a battle versus yourself every day because you are made up of 95% of your subconscious. And your paradigm is in your subconscious. So you're going to be subconscious. Like, you ever get in an argument and you're getting defensive, you don't know why you're getting defensive? They're probably triggering your paradigm. They're probably triggering against your core beliefs. And because you think that deep down so much, you think it's fully right. You think there's no one telling you different. You know what I'm saying? You believe that no matter what something different, this is not what you believe. So you're going to tell them no. It's like arguments of religion and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever paradigm you have in yourself that thinks that prevents you from getting wealth, you got to dive into yourself, understand what that is, and when those thoughts come up, you got to tell yourself, no, I'm capable. No, I can get wealth. I can obtain everything. If he did it, so can I. You got to install a mental system that empowers you and doesn't take power away. And doing that with enough repetition, telling yourself things you want to do in your head over and over and over again, out loud, write it down, listen to a visual. It's different for everyone. But for me personally, I tell myself, I literally talk to myself on a regular. I always talk to myself in my head. I'm always telling myself what I want to happen and what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what my physical reality tells me, like even if I lost to a nigga 10 times in a row in Fortnite, I will tell myself in the 11th time, I'm going to win this time. You feel me? Like there's different type of people out there. You can lose 10 times in a row and then tell yourself this is impossible, I'll never lose. Or you can just deal with the same you array. Just down in the building with Goody Gang. Type bars, my money. That's my money right there. W came to the building. Came to the building. W following this shit. W follow take bar. Come in the middle of the YouTube video, I'm not gonna lie. We're going stop. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm mad I missed your thing, gang. That shit like it was supposed to be like a movie. You define your thoughts don't define you. You define your thoughts.